guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This
is Mom's Word. And this is a YouTube exclusive. Really excited for this.
We have a Q&A with Zeezy after our co-parenting episode, and we even decided to bring in
Mark, which is just so fun.
So, without further ado, we're going to make some chili because the Cowboys are playing today and bring you guys along with us and answer some of your questions. You guys, I made some chili in the crock.
Smells so good.
Doesn't it? Okay, this is like actually one of the first things I ever learned how to cook.
I cannot wait to eat that chili in a little while, but we're going to ask a few questions. So I have the list of questions we asked you guys on Instagram, so make sure you're following over there because we're going to do a lot of these behind the scenes. So let's get to question number one. The man, the myth, the legend. Mark, how does it feel to have?
So they are wonderful women, and it may look like a dream to some, but a dream can quickly turn to a nightmare when they both turn on you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This will all be edited. No, they're two great moms. That's cool, and I appreciate Paige for accepting Zeezy as part of the family. And I appreciate Zeezy for being like a cool ex.
I love that. Coolest ex.
I thought it was funny when we were having to reprimand one of our children as a group, and Zeezy said, "I'm cool, guys. I mean, I'm like the cool mom. I'm cool."
About what was happening? We were trying to discipline
Vance,
and we look at Mark, and Mark has his face in his shirt, and he's like.
I was disciplining too, but when she said,
"You were the one that let him
I'm the cool mom. I'm cool. I'm hip.
No,
guys, I'm what did they say?
You're hip.
Bed. It's bed, guys. What is the? I'm the cat's pajamas, guys.
I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
They had to go feed the baby. Paige is feeding the baby. So I'm over here checking the chili out.
We had to pause for a feed break.
So.
Hey, what cheese is this?
Oh, this is very. Just natural. Just watch the game. My husband's in there watching the football game right now, sitting next to the dog. I want to see him. Let's go. There they are. With the dog. Vibes. First question, and you got a couple of. It asked, what was the relationship like for you two together the first month? Like the first month you started dating Mark. Was there anything actually?
I don't think we met in the very first month
when did
that
it start?
I was dating Mark, because it took a while for Mark to introduce me to the kids.
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And I met you within like a week of that.
Yeah.
It
was pretty fast.
But you had said in the podcast
But
that.
I knew about her. Mark already told me about her.
Yeah.
I heard about the hot girl that he was working with.
I'm sure.
That he was working for. I was running him.
Yes.
The first time I think you said that you were cleaning up a mess, right? And Paige just walked in.
Yeah. And then immediately after that, she was like inviting me to, like, Vance was in School of Rock, you know, because Vance was in School of Rock.
Okay.
So you would be like, come to the concert and let's do this. It was like kind of automatic.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what is this gonna be like? Because like Vance had things going on, she was gonna invite Mark, so she was just like, hey, are you and Paige going to come? It just quickly turned into, are you and Paige going, instead of just, are you coming here?
Yes, because I know definitely his birthday is in April, and she was a big part of his birthday, so yeah.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh, whenever he insisted that we got every kid a pop head.
No. Really?
Yes, remember? They were the gifts
you're younger.
for people to get. She just said, you're younger than me, which sparked, I know that there's a question in there that says, what did you feel about when you learned about mine and Mark's age difference? We're 13 years apart. Just to be clear, I'm 31, Mark is 44. What did you think about it when you found out he was dating a 31-year-old? Or actually a 26-year-old, because he was 39.
Okay, so we didn't get to hear any of these questions before. They're all sprung on us.
So I'm gonna surprise them with them.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna be totally honest.
Yes.
I was a little concerned, but more because I'm gonna be really honest here, because Mark's gonna get old way before you.
It's true. Yeah.
And I was like, oh shoot,
No, it's not. No, it's not.
she's gonna have to take care of it.
I'm gonna die the day
Change
before
the
him.
diapers.
No, I would do it. I would do it.
I would
pay someone to do it.
I feel like the age was not really an issue, so.
Good.
Got this chili bar going now. I've got Fritos. I've got big scoops. I've got the little ones, the regular ones. Avocado. We've got some cheese.
Literally the best toast, you guys.
And some cornbread. I love the sour cream. My love language and sour cream.
Sour cream.
She needs sour cream. There is. This is my love language to host and do fun stuff like this. So it makes me so happy.
So we have another question. What? So they want to know, how did you navigate what the kids were going to call you, so the boys, and then what were your children going to call Zeta? Like, what was that like? Because, I don't know, new mom coming in, like.
This is a fun story. I had my nickname day 2 of meeting the boys. Yeah. Mark had this thing about nicknames whenever I met him. The boys were like Vance Pants, Stilly Wilskins, Pops, Pops, but he's also Silver. Yeah. He calls his sister Snet. Like he was, what was he? Chomps. There's just so many different funny, quirky nicknames, and they all have them. And so Vance wanted to give me mine, and I had been Pajo my whole life. I'd been Pajo or Beeper, Beeper, because it was popular to have pagers in the 90s. So like when I played softball, I'd go up to bat and they'd be like Beeper, Beeper, Beeper. You know, they'd all hold up their pagers. Oh, the 90s. So yeah, back before
it just aged us all.
Flip phones. Yeah. So he was, you know, what do we Peggy. And so I've just been Peggy for 6 years. And that was just it.
So I was Zeta, and then like 6 years ago, I have a nephew who started calling me Zeezy. And so every baby that was born after that started calling me Zeezy, and then my kids started calling me Zeezy, and then their friends started calling me Zeezy, and then my friends started calling me Zeezy, and like out of nowhere, I'm now Zeezy. So I think that was the natural name that Juliet and Boston were going to call me.
I love that.
Yeah, I know, Zeezy.
So you guys didn't even have to have like the title, like
there was no discussion.
Is that touchy for you? You think? Like if they were to call Paige mom?
No, I would love it.
Yeah.
I'd be totally fine with that. Yeah.
This is definitely a question for you.
Okay.
It says, what would you recommend to a stepmom who wants to have a great relationship, but the birth mom doesn't?
Every person is so different, but I'm going to stand by try.
Yeah.
And then try again.
Yeah.
And try again. And just be sweet. And I mean, I think, you know, you may have, every person probably likes to be approached in a different way, so it might take some time. I think sometimes time just might be what you need. But
it may never be.
Yeah, and it may never, but there's going to be those people. But I feel like genuinely, like, maybe if one person is trying, then the other person is going to be more likely to open up versus having two closed off people. If one's kind of coming this way, this person might kind of start to open their heart to them. So I think just, you know, making an effort, communicating, explaining your intentions and what, you know, and your respect.
Yeah.
For bio mom.
That's what I would say as like a stepmom.
Yeah. What would you say? I mean, you won me over.
I mean, I think that all you can do, I think I would, if you had been like, you know, this is just, we're not going to be able to co-parent and have a friendship in this too, it would have been fine. I mean, it would not have been like this, obviously. But there's ways to also make that relationship work, I think. You just remain respectful in front of your kids. You try to communicate in the most respectful way possible. And consistency is key, right? I think if you just genuinely show, like, from the bottom of my heart, I just want this to work so that we're a family unit.
Yes.
If they can't accept that, at least you sleep at night knowing that you tried.
We had to take a break.
Someone got a little...
No!
What would you give, like, tips towards...
The baby's spitting up!
I got spit up on.
We're back. Third time's a charm.
Okay, do you have tips on parenting children with autism?
That's like a whole...
I know, that's what I'm like,
that's a pretty big question.
That's its own podcast.
Literally.
Patience. Preparing and having strategies when you're going out, trying to have a pretty ritual schedule really helps. Like a more rigid schedule, a good exit strategy. Discussing beforehand. Okay, we're going to this public event. If this happens, what should we do? Do you want me to take them outside to walk? Do you want me to take them?
A code word would be good.
A code word, whatever. So that way there's because really getting along as the parental units it really helps.
Just do your best not to compare. Because that's something we do as parents, no matter if your child is on the spectrum or not. You constantly compare your child's development to others and hope that your child has the best grades and is the best on the football team and is the best cheerleader and all those things, but you can't do that so much that you beat yourself up and you think that you're not a good parent, because we know that you're doing the best you can.
And just give them love. Lots of love.
Lots of love.
Lots and lots of love. I got great advice from somebody I met that was ahead of the game, and they had an older child with autism in their 30s and I said, well, what advice can you give me? And they said, you know, let your child stay in each stage as long as they need to. Don't try to push them through stages.
Okay, Azita, if you could give a biological mom, one advice, what would it be?
Well, open your heart to the stepmom of your children, because your children are going to care about this person and they're going to love this person, and it's going to hurt your kids if you talk bad about that person, and it's going to cause a lot of turmoil for them and sadness and guilt when they connect with that person and they go, hey, mom doesn't like this person, but I do, and they're going to feel guilty. And so I think just opening your heart, being kind, saying kind things, saying supportive things around your kids, showing kindness to that person, I think you're going to teach your kids a lot about how to treat other people. I know, you know, for some people, maybe not for us, there might be that jealousy factor. That's okay. I mean, I think you just sometimes have to rise above some of the petty feelings for the greater good. So, be kind.
Now, if you could give advice to a new stepmom, one piece of advice, what would you give them?
I would say try to be as respectful as possible of both her relationship with your husband and her children, because you do have somebody's childhood in your hands, and ultimately that person is trusting you to protect them in the moments that she's not there. And I think that offering them a sense of respect and trust that they know that you have the child's best interest at heart is the best thing that you can do, because that will build a foundation of a relationship for you guys to build off of.
As far as co-parenting, definitely being respectful of both parties and really being just encouraging of the situation.
Don't pit them against each other.
Oh my God, yes. Try to work with both, because if you especially, that's just never good. And also pitting against, that's usually going to get me stuck in the middle.
All right, you guys, that's it for today's episode. We're going to go watch some Cowboys football.
Thank you guys for joining us on this exclusive episode, the first one of many. If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe to all of our platforms. Here on YouTube especially, if you want to see some more behind the scenes, because we're going to be releasing something every single week. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed having them. I know. And Mark. He's already watching.
And then Mark's done with this. Yeah. He's done. Hey guys, I'll see you later.
Mom's Word Podcast,
where mom knows best.
or at least she's trying her best.